So I think we'll get started. If anyone is prenatal and participating today, if you could please let me know. You can either send me a little chat or just unmute and let me know how many weeks. We are going to be using a circle today too. So if you do have one, grab it out, have it handy. If you don't have one, that's totally fine. You can do the class without. No one prenatal today?
No, I did a reformer class yesterday and I'm a little bit stiff, so I might be modifying just a little bit.
Sure. No problems. Take whatever layers you need to. Today's class will be layered up a lot, so feel free to stay on whatever layer suits your body. And that goes for all of you. Excellent. Okay, so if you're participating today, I'll get you to have your video on if you'd like to. And if you are observing today, I'll just get you to pop your video off for me. Excellent. Okay, let's get moving. Let's get started. So I'm just going to take my box out of the way. We're actually going to start seated on our mat today for a bit of a change. So when you feel ready, come on down towards the front end of your mat, toes just hanging off the back end. If you do have your circle, and just so you know, I will be cueing the circle throughout, but if you don't have a circle, you can just pretend, or if you've got a flex band or something like that, you can use that for this first section. So let's stretch the legs out long, reach your arms out long and stack tall. Good, just let your feet be floppy, whatever they want to do for now. Round your back backwards, C-curve, back you go. Then reach forwards, as far forwards as you can with the circle, and then stack it up tall as you can, lifting to the ceiling. Bring the arms back down. Round backwards, reach forwards to the wall. Then lift up to the ceiling, bring the arms back down. Go again with that pattern. So curl, reach, lift, arms come down. Again, curl and reach, lift, arms come down. One more time, curl, reach, lift, arms come down. See if you can hook your circle around the end of your feet. Underhand grip with the hands and use it to pull the top of your head downwards towards your toes, or long ways towards your toes. And then if you like here, you can add some little pulses, like a little bounce, 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 and you're using that circle to pull the head inwards towards the big toes. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stack it up tall, unhook your circle, place the hands onto the side cushions and pop a little bend into your knees. Great, C-curve back. This time see if you could get more C-curve and then stack straight back up tall. C-curve back, stack straight back up tall. Keep this flowing for me. Each time you C-curve back, see if you could get just a little more curl out of your back. Nice. Good, Catherine. Nice shape. 2 more. 2. On the next, as you come to seated, we'll stay seated, and I'd like you to hook one foot up inside of your circle. Grab the end of the circle here. Rounding backwards C-curve, and we'll go all the way down to the ground. Now stretch this leg to the ceiling. Bend the knee, roll up to seated. Next one, roll back halfway and just pause in that halfway shape for a second. If you press your foot a little more into your circle, could you round the back of your t-shirt even more? Yes, get that most rounded shape you can as you roll all the way down. A little stretch of the leg. Then bend the knee, roll yourself back up. See if you can get that same C-curve shape. The maximum C-curve you've got. Good, keep this flowing now, up and down, a couple of roll-ups. So we're in the warm-up phase of our class here. And as you can feel, if you are using a circle today, it kind of gives you a little help up and down. So it's a little, nice little layer here towards a full version of the roll up with a little bit of assistance. Let's do 2 more like this. And next time you lay yourself down onto your back, stay there, stretch the leg up towards the sky, change to an underhand grip on the circle, keep the top leg straight and give it a little bounce towards you. Bounce it back. Good. Hello legs, welcome to the party. We're going to be needing them a little bit today. 5, 4, 3, 2. Awesome, roll yourself back up to the top, change the grip back to overhand grip. And then C-curve back just a little bit, just enough to find your balance to lift the other leg off the floor and swap legs. Stack tall. Let's try with this leg now. Round all the way back. Stretch the leg to the ceiling, bend the knee, roll all the way up. C-curve back, stretching out the back of the t-shirt again, so you're getting that maximum C-curve shape you can. Lovely. Nice. Remember, you can use the push into the circle for a bit of assistance for that C-curve shape if you like. See if you can make it smooth now, so it takes equal timing up as to equal timing down. Good, you've got 2 more. See if you could encourage even more C-curve out of your back on the last 2. And here comes the last one. Next time you lay yourself onto your back, stay there. Straighten this leg straight up to the ceiling. Change to an underhand grip and little bounce, bounce, bounce. Obviously, if overhand grip works for you better, you're welcome to keep that grip. Good, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop both legs up inside of your circle for me now. Change to an overhand grip again. Bend both knees. Let's try and come up to a seated balance this time. So use the circle to push into if you need that assistance. Keep the C-curve in your back if you can as you round back down, down, down. Little stretch of the legs once you're down. Bend them again to roll yourself up. Awesome, stack tall and then roll it back down. Couple more. Looking really good. Nice balancing at the top. I'd love you to see if you could keep a C-curve shape at the top. Yes, it is a little harder than popping up to a straight back position. Now on the next one, when you come to the top shape balancing, hold that balance for me, please. See if you could stretch your legs now up towards the ceiling, almost like a teaser shape. We bend the knees back down, roll back down. Little stretch of the legs. Bend the knees to roll yourself up. Find that extension to teaser. Bend the knees, curl back down. Good, let's do 2 more like this. Brilliant job for those of you who aren't using a circle, by the way. I know this makes it a little harder without the circle. Okay, next time you come to the top teaser shape, can you hold that shape for me? And if you do have your circle, see if you can unhook it for just a moment. Hook it back onto the feet and roll back down. Bend the knees to roll up. Stretch the legs up. Unhook if you can for that moment. Place it back to the feet. Bend the knees to roll down. Let's do 1 more of those. Nice balance, Loz. Good, Sarah. As you rehook the feet, come on down. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more challenge now. When you're ready, roll up to your seated position. Keep the knees bent this time. Let's unhook the circle. Hold on to either side of the cushions and they're above your shins. Good. See if your chest and your knees can move away from each other, towards, away, towards, away, towards. Let's go for 4. Nice. 2 to go. Last one. As you bring it in, hook the feet, grab the circle, curl yourself all the way down, give both legs a stretch towards the ceiling, and see how far you could pull your feet overhead behind you. Let your bum curl off the floor, that's totally fine. You might feel a little stretch here. And then release it. Unhook your circle, bend your knees, place your feet to the floor. Great. Place one hand onto each cushion, bring the circle down right in front of your chest. Press into the circle, like you're trying to squish the handles towards each other. Little release. Press in, little release. Keep this going. Now the circle is pretty hardy and it's actually designed when you press into it for the handles to be able to touch. So feel like you can press in that much if you want to. Obviously, that's a work in progress, over time for clients. So just allow them to go to their maximum. And let's add to this. As you release the pressure, just stay like that for a second and shoot your arms upwards towards the ceiling. Try with long arms now. So press into the circle and just notice if that feels a little harder for you with limbs long like this rather than bent lever in. Much harder for me. How about you? All right. As you press, we'll release the pressure. Keep the arms up though. Press the back of the waistband into the floor. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Great. As you stretch one leg long, press into the circle. Bring it back, release. Other side. Press as you stretch. Bring it back, release. Alternate. Now, how hard or gentle you press into that circle is entirely up to you, your choice. But I would love for you to keep the back of your waistband pressing to the floor for me, please. Good. Let's go for 2. 1. As you bring it back in, glue your legs together. As you reach both legs now, you press into the circle. Release. Bend in. Press as you reach, release, bend in. 2 more. See if your legs could go a little lower now if you'd like that challenge today. As you bring it back in, lower one leg down, second leg down. The circle now, one of the cushions, links in behind the back of your head. It's kind of towards the back of the head, nearer the neck end of the head, so kind of low down. And my hands will link into the top inside cushion. Great. Shuffle your feet just another inch away from your bum. Let's take an ab curl like this now. Curl forwards and you can kind of feel that the circle supports the weight of the head. But again, I want still those creases in the front of your t-shirt here as you curl up. So curl and return. If you are using a circle today, just notice how this feels. Go for 3, 2. Next one, curl up, hold the curl shape for me, please. Yes, nice C curve, Andrea. Hold here, give me more creases in the front of your shirt. Pulse forwards. 5, 4, 3. Down you go. As your head touches down, release the arms for a second, let them come onto the floor. Give your fingers a little wiggle and a little shake. So just a little tip, when you're doing this one, if you leave the hands up here very long, they start to lose blood and feel a little weird. So it's good to give them a little break, bring some blood back into the fingers. Okay, back they go. Let's try another little set here. So we'll press the waistband to the floor, bend your knees in towards the chest. As you curl up, reach one leg long. Bring the knees back in. Other leg, stretch. Now you could stay with single leg or go to double leg. Reach. Bend it in. Reach. Bend it in. Good. Let's go for 3 to go. Stretching the knees all the way to the wall away from you. Getting the same amount of creases into the front of the t-shirt. On the next one, curl up and hold. pressing the waistband to the floor. Can you increase the creases in the front of your shirt? Pulse. 5, 4, 3. Bend the knees, come on down, feet to the floor. Unhook that circle, stretch out long for a moment. Give your legs a little wiggle around. Nice. As they bend back in, I'd love for you to place the circle inside of the ankles. So the circle's on the inside, feet on the outside. And kind of just above the ankle bone is a good spot for this one. It's kind of most comfortable. Great. Arms down onto the floor by your side. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Completely straighten the knees. Bend back in again. Now try reaching a little further away from you this time. Stretch. Bend back in again. Keep the waistband pressed as you go a little lower. And bend. Good. Keep exploring. How low can you go while you're still keeping that waistband pressed to the floor? Nice, Talia. Good leg extension. Good. On the next one, if you'd like to add a little squeeze into the circle, release, bend in. So you stretch, little squeeze, release, bend in. Stretch, squeeze, release, bend. Go for 3. And 2. As you bring it in this time, place the feet to the floor. Relax the back of your t-shirt into the floor for a second. Wiggle the feet just another centimetre further away from you. Link your hands in behind the back of your head. Okay, lift the elbows until you can just see them. And then curl forwards. Find that ab curl shape. And back down you go. 2 more. Curl. And lower. Next one, curl and hold. Press the waistband to the floor as you float the legs up. We reach the legs away. Little squeeze, release, bend in. Reach them. Squeeze, release, bend in. 1 more. Reach. Squeeze. Legs go down. Head goes down. Relax into the floor just for a moment. Nice. We're going to try this with the arms long now. So reach them long down by your side. We press the waistband, float the legs in. Try with just the legs, stretch them long, little squeeze, bend back in. Now with an ab curl, curl up, little squeeze, come back down. Good. This time, reach them long, stay there. Curl up, reach. Pulse your arms like your hundreds for 5, 4, 3, 2, come back down. Let's try that one more time. Curl up, pulse the arms. 5, 4. Come back down. Next time, instead of pulsing the arms, we're going to pulse squeeze into our circle with the legs. Here we go. Curl up, reach, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend back in. 1 more like that. Reach it long. Pulse. 5. Bend back in. Don't know about you, but I'm warming up nicely. Let's add these together now. So we're going to do 5 with the arms and then 5 with the legs. Let's go. Take your knees right in towards your shoulders to prepare here. As you're ready, we stretch long, we curl up. Pulse the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend in, come down. Beautifully done. Let's do 2 more sets for good measure. Here we go. Reach it long, press, arms pulse. 5, 4. Yes, now legs. This looks awesome. 2, 1, bend in. Lovely. Here comes our very last set. When you're ready, shoot the legs, curl. Pulse arms, nice and strong arms. Yes, now legs. 4, 3, 2, 1, bend in. Take that circle out of the legs. Now pop the legs inside of the circle. Same spot, kind of just above the ankle bone, but on the legs on the inside, circle on the outside now. Hug your legs into the chest for a second, little side to side rock. Okay, it's time for some rollovers. And I love using the circle for rollovers here because you get to press out a little bit outwards into the circle. So if you stretch your leg up, you can kind of feel here that you can press outwards with the legs, and it gives you a feeling of like rock solid, rock solid holding you here. So let's try, if you need to lower your legs away from you for a little rev up, you're welcome to. Let's try rolling over. If possible, tap your circle or your toes to the floor, and we slowly roll back down again. Just try a few like this. Now, if you can't get all the way over, that's totally fine. Just pop a little bend in your knees for me and try a little bum lift just off the floor, and we lower. Little bum lift. And then if you can start to get bigger, you're welcome to, or you can stay with that. Good. On the next one, can you roll over? Stay there. Bring your right foot down towards the floor, left foot up towards the ceiling more. Roll down like this. And then switch legs to roll over. Switch legs to roll down. Switch legs to roll over. If it's possible for you, if you're doing the full rollover version, see if you could keep your legs locked straight. When you roll down next, we'll keep the legs in this direction and we'll reverse. So now we'll roll over, switch legs, roll down, switch, roll over, switch, roll down. One more set. As you roll back down, bend the knees, grab your circle and hook it back into both feet inside. Back to some roll-ups here with both legs in. So we'll bend the knees, roll yourself up to a balanced seated position and curl yourself back down. Good. Now that we're warmer, see if you can make this a really smooth move, smooth action. Good. Couple more. Nicely done, Car. Nice balance, Leslie. All right, on the next one, when you come up to your seated balance position, stay there, extend the legs up to your teaser shape. Bend the knees, roll back down. Roll up. Extend to teaser. Bend the knees, roll back down. Let's try one more. As you extend up to teaser, stay in the long leg teaser shape. See if you can keep your legs long now as you roll down and as you roll up. Can they stay long? Find that balance position with a C-curve back. Curl it down. Push into the circle to help you up a little. Nice, Catherine. Good, Narelle. Two more. Nice C-curve, Andy. Andy, I'm giving you nicknames already. Look at me go. All right, next one. When you come up to your balance, stay in your balance. Let's unhook the circle. Can you stay in that balance? We'll hold for 3, hold for 2. Separate the legs as you come down. They place into a V shape in front of you. And your circle stacks down, cushion up. Hands on top. We'll flex the toes up towards the ceiling. Round your back. We're into a variation of spine stretch. So we'll press into the circle as you stretch the back of your t-shirt. Come back tall. Press, stretch. Come back tall. Nice. Couple more like this. If you feel like your circle's a little too close, feel free to move it out. Sarah, I love your creativity there, using the press on too. Love it. Good. Next time, press down. Can you pulse your hands down into your circle more for 3, 2, 1. Return right up tall. Curl it over, round and press. Press 3, 2, 1. Return back tall. Let's go one more of those. Press over. Pulse 3, 2, 1. As you stack tall, the cushion on the floor flips up to kind of just under the chest or under the bust, and then wrap your arms around the circle. I'd still like your chest of your t-shirt to feel wide and like it's shining at the wall in front of you. Twist in one direction for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, other side. Triple pulse. Good. Keep this going side to side. Go with your own timing today. And I'd love for you to keep a flex on the toes upwards towards the ceiling, like you're showing off the soles of your feet. Each twist, could you twist a little further, twist a little further. Twist a little further. This is one of my most favorite pieces of prose from Joseph Pilates in his Return to Life Contrology book, is the spine twist. He says twist, and then with supreme mental and physical effort, twist a little further. One more. As you come back to center, flip that circle around one of your feet, underhand grip, and use it to pull again the top of your head towards your big toe. Find a little stretch moment. And as you come up, lift across to the other side and a little stretch moment. Lovely. Good. As you come back up, unhook the feet, bring the circle back in front of you, and your legs hook back inside. See if you can round smoothly back down to the floor. And then curl back up, find your teaser shape, stretch the legs. Bend, roll back down. Roll up, find your teaser shape. If you can, you float the circle off for that little second. Bring it back. Good, couple more of these. And if you want a super duper challenge today, if you really want to spice things up, next time you're up in that teaser shape without the circle, can you keep circle free as you come down and come back up, reach the circle towards the toes. Bring it down and then reach the circle towards the toes. One more time. As you come up to seated, stay in that seated position. Legs come down. Relax down. Good. Okay, the circle now comes onto the end of your mat, cushion side down. I'd like you to turn onto your side to face the screen. Your bottom leg hooks inside and anchors that circle. As you lay down, there's the top leg resting on top like a little holiday. That's nice, isn't it? Now I'd like you to make sure that your bottom leg is straight here. Good. So we'll start working with the top leg today. If your circle falls and you need to adjust it, you're absolutely welcome to, of course. So we'll press it down with the top leg, smooth release off. Press it down, smooth release off. Now, if you're using a circle today, you can probably feel that circle almost wants to kind of bounce your leg back up. I want you to see if you can smooth the circle off so you become the boss of your circle. Now this hand on the floor, is it possible to use it a bit less? And more of a balance challenge if you feel up to it today, we'll reach the arm up towards the ceiling. Good. As you're pressing down, is it possible for both of your kneecaps to look forwards at the wall? Good. It's not wrong for them to look in another direction, but just for today, that's what I'm aiming for. Last two. On the next one, press down, hold the press, release half that pressure, and then quicker pulses down. Go 8, 7. As you release it, come up to the top, and that top leg can just kind of rest up there. We'll focus on the bottom leg now. So if you've got a cushion between, maybe just take that one out for this next one. Imagine the circles in position. We'll float the bottom leg up and down and up and down. Good. If you need your hand here, totally fine to use it. Nice one. As you're lifting up, rather than trying to tap your toes together, could you see if you could get the whole seam of your pants to connect? Good, all the way down. Unless you're in shorts, in which case your whole leg's to connect. Good, go for 2. And then on the next one, as you lift up, hold that leg lift. Now I'd love your bottom leg to circle around the inside edge of your circle. Meanwhile, you're trying to keep your trunk as still as possible. Good. Nicely done. Reverse the other way. Great, Car. Great, Sarah. 2. Nice full circle, Shari. As you lift up, hold the lift. Bring that leg halfway down the circle. Little Uzi pulses up. 4, 3, 2. Relax that leg to the floor. Relax your arm to the floor. Little shake of that leg. Great. Okay, we're going to shift our attention back to the top leg now. I'd like you to hook the top leg on the inside of that circle. Good. Kneecap looks forward. And press up into your circle to try and stretch it open. Little release. Press, little release. Optional, you could bring the hand up if you'd like that extra balance challenge. 4, 3. Good, you're really trying to push that circle open. On the next one, push it up, hold the push. Pulse that leg upwards now. Go for 10, 9. Good, nice and juicy, really pushing. 2, 1, that leg unhooks, bring it forwards. Quick little whack. Nice one. Now the arm that you're lying on, can you bring that one forwards towards the camera? The other arm reaches all the way back and look backwards towards that hand for a little spiral stretch. And then the arm comes back. Legs come forwards, and I want you to grab the circle, rotate it a little bit so that the cushions now are off your legs. So you're onto the non-cushion part of the circle. So I've got one cushion facing forwards, one cushion facing backwards. Come back into your side lie position. I want to do a little exercise. I call this one running. I don't know what its actual name is. Does it need an actual name is the question. So we'll keep the legs straight as they float off the floor and back down again. Let's just do a few of those as a layer. So we'll lift and lower. Good. 2. On the next one, float them not quite so high, but keep them locked straight. The top leg comes forwards a little, bottom leg goes back a little, and we switch, 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 switch. Here's where the running comes into play. See if you can get faster. 4, 3, 2, 1, and float the legs down. Little rest for that leg. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. I'm going to layer this more for those who would like to try. We'll try without the hand on the floor. You can keep it there if you'd prefer to. Okay, so lift that leg back up. Find that position again for the legs. When you're ready, we'll float the legs, and if you'd like to, try the arm lift. Bring one leg forward, one leg back, and we switch, switch, switch. So slower is a little more manageable here, but if you would like the challenge, pick up the pace into that run. Forward, back, forward, back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it down. Priceless face, Lizzie. Give it a little whack. Nice work. Okay, use your feet to bring the circle to you. Place it onto the side next to you. Roll straight onto your tummy. Push up into your 4-point kneel position. Find a long flat back shape. Great, straight into cat curls. Round the back to the ceiling, look underneath at your legs. Uncurl, bum sticks back, chest looks forwards. Curling back up, see if you could lift the back of your t-shirt a little higher. As you uncurl, shine the chest of your t-shirt forwards. Let's go a little quicker now. Lift and arch. One more time, lift and arch, and bring it back to flat back. Now, for those of you who don't have a circle today for this one, you're welcome to move the knees back and join us with some double arm presses. If you do have a circle today, I'd like you to place your right hand on top, your left hand on the bottom cushion. In this shape, I'd like you to be just like a normal 4-point kneel position. So your nose is going to shift forwards, kind of in line with your end fingernails, so that you're kind of more forwards with your head than the circle. Try pressing the top arm down towards the floor and return. Press. Now the circle's giving you a little bit of force here. Next time you return to the top, stay at the top. See if you can square the front of your t-shirt off to the floor. And then see if you can keep it square now as you press and as you lift. Yes, nicely done. Hard, huh? The further down you can press with a hand, the more work this will give. So give it a try, pushing to your maximum. It's wobbly too, huh? Challenging. 2 more. How are you going with the chest of the t-shirt facing the floor? Last one, press halfway down and hold. Little tiny pulses down with that hand. Go for 5, 4, 3. And as you release, come off the hands. Give them a lovely little shake around. Roll out the shoulders if you need to. And let's try with the other side now. Left hand on top, right hand on bottom, or vice versa if you did the other side last time. Okay, make sure that the nose can come further forward than the circle here if possible. Great, we press with the top hand. As you return to the top, just square off the front of your t-shirt towards the mat. And again, we press and return. Good, nice option, Car. Now remember, the deeper you press that circle, the more work this will give you. So your choice how deep or shallow you'd like to press today. Loz, is it possible for you to move your knees back another centimetre or 2 away from your circle? Try that. See how it feels. Good, go for 2 more. And on the next one, press halfway down, hold the press. Here comes your little pulses. 5, 4, 3. As you release to the top, circle can come down, roll out the hands, roll out the shoulders. Nice work. We're going to stay in this prone position now, so come right down onto your tummies next. And I'd love for your circle to stand upright on one cushion. And on the top cushion, stack one hand and then the other hand. My circle's quite far away from me. I have almost stretched arms with just a tiniest little bend. And I'm going to drop my nose almost all the way down to the floor. So it's like my hands are further back up behind me right now. I'm not pushing on my circle, I'm just resting. But now I will push on the circle as I look forwards through the circle. Look above the circle. As you press down, you're trying to lift your top of your head as high as you can to the ceiling. And a smooth return back down again. Let's give this another try. Pressing down as you lift up. Push, push, lift, lift, lift. and smooth return back down. So I'm drawing some inspiration from swan here. Good. Remember, you can adjust the position of the circle closer or further away as you need to. If you'd like to get a little higher, maybe try bringing that circle a little closer now so that when you lift up, you can still reach it. Good. Last two. Good, Magdalena. Nice. All right, next time you come back down towards the floor, stay down towards the floor. If you did bring that circle in a little bit, just lengthen it a little further away so your arms are almost straight again. I want to do a little play on swimming next here. So I'd like you to stretch both of your legs. They can be a little apart if that's more comfortable for you. It's definitely more comfortable for me. I'm going to try my swimming legs. So lift one leg just off the floor and switch. And switch, switch, switch. Get a little faster. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the legs down. Let's add a little pressure with our arms, pressing down as you look forwards to the top hands. Okay, can you keep that shape with the upper body as you float the legs off the floor and swim the legs? And I'd like you to keep the pressure down on your circle with your hands. So as you can feel, you're still getting the same shape that you would in swimming without the movement of the arms, but you do have a little pressure to help keep you lifted. 4, 3, 2, relax it down. Nice. Okay, we're going to do a little play on our 5s for our 100s now. So we'll stay in swimming, but as you push up, find that lift shape with the head. Stretch the legs, hover them off the floor. Start swimming the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it going as you press down for the circle. 3, 2, 1. Release that pressure. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Press down. 4, 3, 2. And release that pressure. 3, 2. Relax everything to the floor. Circle comes flat. Push yourself back into your rest position, sitting back on the heels, and a little rock side to side for your shoulders. Excellent. Okay, come on up. While we're here, I'd like to layer up this push-up kind of exercise just a little more for those who'd like the challenge. So let's place right hand back on top. Now, if you don't have your circle and you're doing double-handed ones, you can still add the same leg as what we're about to do. Okay, so bring your nose further forward than your circle. The opposite leg to the top hand will reach back and straighten it. Square off the chest of your t-shirt towards your mat and then see if you can keep it like that still as you press the hand. Release. Press the hand. Release. Good. See if you can lock that back leg straight. It's reaching to the wall behind you. So Lozzie, go opposite leg to top hand. Opposite leg to top hand. Correct. Good. You were doing a super hard version, so I commend you for being successful at it. Go for 3 more. So you can add some little push-ups there, Carl, with your leg up. Add some push-ups with your arms. Lovely. Okay, the next one, press halfway down. Hold that press. Here comes the little pulses for your hand. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it back. Sit back off your circle. Give the wrists a quick little shake. Okay, let's swap sides. Left hand on top. or vice versa if you did the other one. Bring your nose further forwards than the circle. In fact, your whole face further forwards than the circle. The opposite leg to top hand reaches behind. Can you stretch the leg like crazy, like reach the toenails to the wall, and then press that top hand down, little release. As you're doing this, just notice, is the chest of your t-shirt facing towards the floor? If not, could you square it off towards the floor for me? It just adds a little extra challenge for you. Good, 4 more. Stretch the leg at the back for me, Andy. Good. Next one, as you push down halfway, we hold, little pulses, 5, 4, and 1. As you release, fold the knee in, leave that circle there. It's going to become the base for your legs now. So your legs sneak forwards towards that circle. Face towards the camera as your bottom leg comes inside and lengthens. Top leg rests up and has a holiday. Nice one. Before we start, just for a little extra balance challenge here, see if both kneecaps can point straight forwards of you. Good. When you're ready, press that top leg down and little release. And press, little release. Keep it going. See if you can make the release smooth, because the circle is going to want to bounce you up a bit. See if you can smooth that off a little. My circle's making a lovely click sound each press. It's got a cricket. If you'd like some balance challenge here, you're welcome to try with the arm up. Good, let's go for 4. Press, hold the press. Release half that tension. Now pulse it down. 10, 9. Good. As you release it, hold the leg there, and it just rests on the top of the circle. The bottom leg is going to be the one we're interested in now. Can you stretch that one little flex? And we'll lift that whole leg off the floor, bring it back. Lift it, tap up, bring it back. And see if you could get the whole inside seam of your pants to connect together. Yes, nice job. Really well done. You've got the option of hand up or hand down, whichever you prefer. Good, let's go for 3. On the next one, as you lift up, hold the lift. Keeping the bottom leg straight, let's circle it around the inside edge of your circle. And you're trying as best as possible to maintain your torso as still as possible, which is a challenge. And reverse the other way. 3. And 2. As you bring it back up to the top, let's lower it halfway down your circle. Pulse it up. 5, 4, 3. Whew. As you rest it down, give that leg on the bottom a little shake. Great. Fingertips can come down as we reset this top leg. Sneak it inside. Kneecap looks forwards. And I like to have a floppy foot. That's a personal preference here. I press up into the circle. Little return. Press, stretch the circle. Little return. So both legs are long. Good. Keep it going. And you've got the option again here, fingertips down or fingertips up. Keep it pressing each time, like you're trying to stretch the circle open as much as you can. Go for 3 and 2. On the next one, as you push up, hold the push. Here come some little pulses for 8, 3, 2, release, bend that knee forwards. It gets a little whack. The arm that you're lying on comes forwards towards the screen. The other arm reaches all the way back. Find your lovely twist stretch. Nice one. Okay, bring the arm back. Use your feet to bring the circle to you. You're just going to change the cushion position. So the ankles now come onto the non-cushion part. So as I stretch my legs, I've got one cushion facing forwards, one cushion facing backwards. Straight legs, completely straight. Good. Try with your little floats off the floor. So leg floats and return. I say little, but they're a lot of effort, aren't they? Just some little leg floats. And straight away, you may be starting to feel a bit burny second time round. Go for 2 on the next one. As you feel that lift, hold it. Top leg comes forwards a little, bottom leg back a little. And then we switch and switch and switch. And you've got the option to get faster if you feel up to it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Center the legs. Down they come. Rest them to the floor for a moment. Little reset. If you need to reset the position, now's your chance. Okay, we're going to do one more set. Fingers down, or your choice, fingers up. When you're ready, we go for our leg float first. Up they go. Now choose fingers down or up, and we bring one leg forward, one leg back, and we switch, switch, switch. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoo, bring it down. Bring that top leg forwards, a little bash, bash, bash. Nicely done. Okay, come onto your knees, unhook your circle, pop it to the side. Little stretch back just for a moment. And as you're here, I'd love for you to reach your fingers as far forwards as you can. Separate them to just wider than shoulder distance. Lift up now, come forwards over the hands. We tuck the toes onto the floor, push up into your pike position. So this is the first time we've been in this shape for today's class. So just enjoy this for a moment. And we'll push one heel to the floor and switch and switch and switch. Start to gently and slowly walk your toes a tiny bit closer in towards you each step, coming in maybe a centimetre or a little more. And you'll get to a point when they get closer and closer to you that it gets awkward. When it does, step them in underneath, bring the weight off your hands, and there you are in your forwards hanging position. Enjoy that for a moment. And then slowly start to lift up. You're rounding the back of your t-shirt as you curl back up. Your head will be the last thing to stack. Once you're at the top, give yourself a little shake. Great. Find your circle. And I would love for you to place the circle back inside of the legs, just above the ankle bone. Again, is a good spot here. Toes pointing forwards. Reach the arms wide to the side. And if you are using your circle, you can probably feel that it kind of wants to push you outwards, right? I want you to push back in against the circle a little bit and see if you can keep that pressure the same as you rise up onto your toes. Keep it the same as you lower back down. Keep the pressure as you lift and as you lower. 2 more. On the last one, hold the rise. Lower your heels halfway down. Reach your arms wide to the walls and the top of your head tall to the ceiling. Good. Now, I just want you to focus on pressing very gently into the circle. Keep that pressure the same. As you close your eyes, find your balance. Hold for 4, Focus on the circle. 3, 2. Stay as your eyes open. Heels touch down to the floor. Arms lift up to the ceiling. Let's take our 3 big swings to finish. Here we go. 3 and lift. 2. One more. As you lift up, hold the lift. Relax your shoulders. Relax the arms. And you are cooked for today. Great job. Come on over. Nicely done. So we have a little time for Q&A.
I've got to go and do school pickup. So thank you very much. It was really good. Loved it.
You're so welcome. Thanks, Andrea. Good to have you. See you soon. We have a little bit of time for Q&A if you've got any questions or comments about using the circle today.
Rach, what else can we use instead of a circle? Did you say cushion?
Okay, so really great question. So other things that you could push into would be things like a ball. So whenever we're doing something where we're squeezing into it, so say for example that side lying pressing down, you could use a ball to press down into, and same deal, you've got that kind of wobbly factor that the circle will give as well. If you're pulling against, like for example when we had both legs inside of the circle and we were stretching the circle up, you could use something like a stretchy flex band. If you were to tie a little knot, kind of like I said in my little post in masterclass channel, dinner plate size, kind of like dinner plate size, and you could put your legs inside of that and stretch against that pressure. So if it's a push, something that you can physically push into, and if it's a pull, something that you can pull against. A tied scarf or yoga strap or something would work as well, but it doesn't have the same give as a flex band. So I think a flex band would be my personal choice over something that doesn't stretch, because it just has that extra little bit of give. If you were doing something like, you know how when we did the rollovers and we had our legs inside and we did the switch, you could use that flex band like that as well, because you've got that pressure to push against as you're doing the switch of the legs.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. The rollover. Favourite.
Yeah, me too. Excellent. Thanks for your notes, Shari. Any other questions or comments?
The rollover with the twist is where you twist your legs. Is that almost like doing the twist anyway?
Do you mean like hip twist or?
Yeah, the hip twist.
The hip twist, your legs are actually glued together.
Yeah.
So on this one, it's more a rotation of the legs or a switch of the legs. I like to think of it almost like crab. Do you know how like when you're rolling over, you switch the legs in crab before you come back up? Yeah, so that's what I think of it as like. But
sorry,
I like
my video kept dropping out, so I had to choose to either have my video going on me or just seeing you. So I was trying to do it as I was going, but we've got bad internet here.
Oh, well, I'm glad you could join. That's great. Yep, good question. Thanks, Marnie. Any last comments or questions before we head off today?
My balance is rubbish, but that's about it.
Practice, practice, practice.
I know.
How do you get better at doing something? You keep practicing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Thank you so much. It was good to see you.
Yeah, you too. You're so welcome. Well done, everyone, today. Lovely to have you. See you soon.